Well, as you can see, I've sketched it out in a fair amount of detail, actually, but I'm going to have to simplify quite a bit of it. If I take you and show you my reference photograph, there's so much in here, lots of different boats. Major one there, this one here, this. Probably leave these out. There's a lot of paraphernalia and detail, so I think I have to simplify somewhat. So that's what I've done. I'm keeping this one in, this one, but some in the background here. But anyway, let's see what we can do. So I'm going to do the sky first of all. I'm going to use a little bit of cerulean, I think. I'm going to put some cerulean and this one here. Make a little puddle here. I'm not going to do wet on wet today though, because I want to leave some nice white clouds in certain areas. So if I refer, yes, I think I'm going to just go with this. Leave a big chunk of clouds in this area, which there was, and some wispy bits here. So let's just do that. I'll bring it right down behind these buildings, these old cottages. Right, I'm going to leave that like that. But actually, while I'm there, I'm going to put a little bit of colour onto try and create some sense of shadow areas on the underside of the clouds. Like that. Right. I'm going to dampen my brush and then soften some of the edges in various places. Just there. Don't want all hard edges, just want to make it soft. Right, okay, leave that. Then I think I want to get this harbour area in. So I'm just going to make a mixture of burnt umber, I think. Yes, can you see there, a bit of burnt umber. A little bit of light red perhaps, little bits of green, all the kind of colours you'll see on the harbour side. Most little fishing villages. So I'll try and vary that a little bit because there are darker elements. I will try and get, so we've got contrast. I think I'll go straight in with that actually. So I'm going to use a little bit of Payne's grey, a little bit of that umber, and make this element here quite a bit darker. Yes. Okay, there we go. And also elements of the wall is there, quite dark. It does actually come right down to here and lowers down a slightly different bit of the wall. Okay. Right. Now I think let's get something a bit lighter in there. A little bit of, I think, is that raw sienna? No, I think I've got a little bit of burnt sienna here. I'm just going to, needs to be a little redder. That's the harbour wall there, coming in. I've got different structures which I can put in at some stage. Let's leave it there. And then let's get some of the, well, there's a great patch of light green here which I want to keep in. A couple of areas here with a bit of green, so I want to preserve that because it makes a nice contrast. So let me see if I can use a bit of sap and perhaps a bit of cadmium yellow to make it light. You can see there, look, got some cadmium yellow there. Was that maybe lemon yellow actually? I think, no, that's a bit of lemon yellow I've got there. There's my cadmium. But let's just sweep a little bit of green in there. And also there are some patches down there. Let's bring that up a bit. Came sweeping down like this. And should I get this? No, I think I'll put some of the distant trees in. So I've got some sap green, and there's a number of, well, there's a nice tree here. But there was quite a lot of greenery from gardens and trees in the background. Let's put those in. And also down here, quite a lot of green back there and trees in the distance. So I want to make them a little bit bluer, some of them, because I don't want to bring them forward. If the colour is too intense, they'll be perceived as closer. That's what we don't want to do. I think there's a tree and hillside above this house here. Okay, let's get that. Now I need to put some, let's get this big slab of water done. And that is quite green actually, mixture of greens and blues. So I'm going to just pop in here and I'll mix some blues to alter the tonal values. It's got a bit darker some areas, so let's step up the blue a little bit. Certainly blue, that's better. Sort of greeny blue. definitely greeny blue coming. Because when I put the shadows in, the reflections, that will make it come a little bit more real. So let's get some more green and darker blue, I think. Yes, I think I'll put a bit of ultramarine actually here. Oh no, I got the wrong one. I'll use some cadmium. There we are. Get some ultramarine. A nice darken it up a little bit. Yes. I've got a sort of really reflection down there of the boat. And of this one as well. Let's get that a bit darker. That's it, coming like that. And our rowboat is casting a shadow as well. Reflection and shadows. I'm going to get a darker green closer to the boat. So a darker green and blue. I think we're going to bring that in a little bit here. A bit here as well. Comes out here. Right. And inside here. And we can get a much lighter blue now in some of these areas. Let's just keeping it fairly loose. Right. Okay, this looks better. I think I'm going to put a little bit of ochre here. Clean my brush a bit better than that. Let's get some ochre dropped in here, much yellower. That's better. And I've also got shadow cast from this onto the water as well, so let's go back to those blues again. Get some, that's better. That's much better, yeah. And that's coming out here. Right. And let's get a bit darker under there. And we need to get some water in here. It's fairly green as well, so we'll just sweep that in. Painting around those masts, we'll deal with that later. Bit of green going there. We put some boat paraphernalia, some coloured buoys. And now let's get something in for these buildings. Get some darker, some burnt umber, I think. One or two of these are this roof line. The roof here. It's a big building there, lots of cottages, all sort of split up into individual property. And then we've got a different bits here, so I'll try and vary if I can. Little bits of roof line. Background as well. Right. Put darker colours in as we go. I think I'll go for a smaller brush now. You see this one? That will allow me to put some different tones in to darken up some of the roof forms. Put some chimneys in, the roof lines. This is an impression, of course. I'm not trying to create a photorealism by any means. I just would take far too long to do that. I think I'm going to put some darker shapes in here. That roof there. When you start off, you think, oh yes, it's just a muddle, just a mess. But what you mustn't do is give up. You've got to persevere, because you'd be amazed how it quickly turns around when you start to put some details in. That's just the nature of it, really. Let's get some raw sienna, bring the changes a little bit on some of the buildings. Lots of cottages and old buildings. Right, now let's see some different colours. I think I'm going to put some yellows in to give me some bit more interest. Some light colours here and there. There's some pinky colours as well. do that. Some of these buildings, purples. Let's have a look. What can I get? Some rose, purpley colours. A shadowy colour there. Get some windows in some places too. This one had a number of windows, so we can emphasize them as we tighten up. That roof line there. Now we want some nice rocks actually that were down here. I'd like to put those in. Put a little bit of light colour as well. Right. Now this house here, I think I'll go for a dark roof, so we can get some contrast with the front of the house. Right, okay, we've got some windows in the roof there, which we can deal with later. Let's just see if we can get some detail. I haven't put any chimneys in either. On windows here, there. Looks like a thatched cottage there. The odd shapes. Windows just hidden away under the thatch. Chimneys. As it was such a complicated picture, I've certainly simplified it. Perhaps we should let's a little. Well, there we have the finished painting. As you see, it's transformed quite a lot because of the details I've put in. But as I said, the details make all the difference. Of course, they often say it's all in the detail, such as life. But anyway, I've done quite a lot of detail on the boats and the buoys and tried to improve the shadow area and the reflections here. and put a few details like boat numbers and things. It's a really loose interpretation, but all in all, not too bad, although I think I can tighten up on a lot of it. I can intensify a lot of the colours, but being mindful, of course, of not to overwork it. That's always a big mistake. I try not to do that, but I do sometimes. So less is often more. I move it around there. Okay. Well, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, please give me a like and touch the subscribe button, so it'll help my channel grow a little bit, but also gives me encouragement. So thanks for watching.